This is mental. This current cycle is phenomenal. Probably my best yet. 2 weeks in. My blood test results at this 2 week mark should be back in today. Then we'll be doing a video on the members site and we can adjust anabolic usage accordingly based on what estrogen is at. But we started 2 weeks ago at 87.3, 92.8 this morning. Granted, I had my last meal quite late yesterday, so that will come into play. Because I went to Little Mix. Stand up! And that's not me being sarcastic either. Little Mix are fantastic, really empowering. I seem to feel a sudden hatred towards men when they were talking about feminism. Pigs. I left, the security guard said, "Have a good evening." I said, "You bastard." Jesse Nelson last night, slay. This is what I mean about females and how they nail Instagram. Even Jessie, she's got the 3, then a few pictures, then the 3. Something that we'll be incorporating because I trained with John Lofthouse the other day. IFBB John Lofthouse, and incorporating that same sort of vibe, which makes your Instagram look pleasant. Ben's been on board. Filmed with Celso last week, filmed with John. So the members site, episode 1 of the Rebuild series should be live tomorrow, which is Friday. If you haven't already seen the previous video in which I go through my morning routine in terms of de-stressing upon wake, a little bit of guided breathing, reading, then click the card above and then... Do you watch this flipped? Click the card above. It'll be on there anyway. I'm going to go for my morning walk. But once that's all done, I'll answer members forum questions, Instagram DMs, emails and YouTube comments. Get that bulk out of the way and done with. Go for my morning walk. And as soon as this is a full day of eating, we'll start with my number 1. That new Krypton Conan album is ridiculous. She said my penthouse looked like a play for Arsenal, so I told the concierge to bed her in. Where did they come up with this stuff? The sick bastards. 11 o'clock, meal number 1 as per. We've got 6 egg white omelette going. Carbohydrate sources are 2 packs of the Tesco blueberry and apple oats, and we've got the 4 fruity hot cross buns from Sainsbury's, and I put a little bit of jam on there as well, about 25 grams. Very good carbohydrate source for those that are struggling to get some carbs in the morning. My morning walk, which is 3,500 steps, makes my appetite surge. So when I come back, I'm very hungry, and these go down perfectly. It's also at this point that I'll take my required health supplementation. So we have the liver stack. Don't be too concerned about the name change as well. Astric Flow is the old kidney and blood pressure, and CV stack is the heart. So we have the trifecta of health. See, that scares the shit out of me all the time. And there we have meal number 1. We've got our 2 hot cross buns with jam. We've got our 200 gram egg white omelette. Whack some sriracha on there. 2 packs of oats, 2 squares, so 20 grams of the Lindt dark chocolate, 90%. A few strawberries and our health supplementation. Meal 1 pre-workout meal done. That was consumed 90 minutes ago. So by the time it takes me to do my pre and intra workout and then drive to the gym, we're looking at about 2 hours from pre-workout meal to training. Enough time for digestion to not be impaired and to absorb as much of the breakfast as possible. Intra is staying the same. Macros are staying the same. Callum we've just had our check-in this week and no food changes. We are trying to eke out as much as possible from the set macros that have been given on week 1. And the scale weight is climbing anyway, as well as training performance. So there's no point throwing in more food when it's not essentially needed. Recovery is on the money as well, so all is well in that department. Pre is the Pump Sports I received this in the post at the start of the month. We've been using it consistently throughout. Fantastic. Very impressed with Pump Sports, along with their EA as well. So using their essential amino acid, about 18 or so grams, just to get me that 5 gram of leucine threshold, and then we've got 1 scoop of Carbomax as the intra. We can do an update while we're driving to the gym. Second week in the off season. This is by far the best initial start. I don't want to say the best gaining phase thus far because we're only 2 weeks in, but already the major difference, and probably the sole reason as to why I can dedicate as much time as possible to training and nutrition now is because I'm working entirely for myself. Whereas in previous off seasons or contest preps, obviously I was working for Denovo and Luke, so there's that added pressure and workload. Now I've been able to take my foot off the gas a little bit and focus on TM Cycles. It's enabled me to nail nutrient timing, nail meal timings and training and recovery, and so far so good. It's been fantastic, and I suppose I need to thank you guys and girls that continue to support the channel on the members site and Instagram, because at the end of the day, essentially, you are allowing me to do what I do, and in return I try and give out the best content as possible. But so far in terms of food, it's all the same. It's structured, so my meals are at set times, the foods that I'm consuming are all the same, and then they will just be cycled when I get bored of them, for example. So carbohydrate sources will stay the same, and then if I feel like switching pastas for something else or like a potato, I will do so. But this is the best training's ever been, the best cycle wise. The anabolic steroid, the results from my blood test should be in soon, so I'll share them. But so far so good. Very, very enjoyable. And look, I know it's not going to last forever. Motivation is at an all-time high, but as I said before in previous Instagram posts, you just ride how you're feeling. We're eking out as much as possible from this current blast until we need to pull back a little bit, and then we can push on again. It's getting dark earlier now, which is a pain for us content creators. We have to use this disgusting lighting. Post-workout meal, we have 175 grams of chicken on the go, and for carbohydrate sources, 75 grams of the Frosted Flakes. Sainsbury's, no real difference to Frosties. Do you know what I mean? It tastes the same. This is for the chicken. We've got 1 pack of a small Uncle Ben's, so 125 grams of rice. We've got 2 caramel Snacker Jacks and 2 chocolate chip Snacker Jacks. So that would be our post-workout meal. We're back in the kitchen. I apologise. Sometimes these full days of eating, the audience can feel like they've got cabin fever. Yeah. Just the nature of the way it's set up. We're constantly in the kitchen. Anyway, a few hours has passed since post-workout meal. Done some work and finished my steps off, a few thousand outside. Had 1 scoop of Support Max, and then the blue light blockers go on, referring back to in the previous video. For dinner, we've got 100 grams of pasta de giant fusilli from Morrison's, very tasty. Lloyd Grossman sauce, 100 grams of prawns, 150 grams of chicken. So this will be consumed now about 8 o'clock. Leave another hour or so, and then we'll have our final meal. Hey look, we're back in the kitchen for the final meal to conclude this full day of eating on this current off season, 2 weeks in. I'm having 1 bagel. They're already sliced, which is fantastic. Thank you, Warburton's. 20 grams of peanut butter. We've got the hotel chocolate caramelised, that's my little treat, that is. The little caramelised banana, or any, you could get 4 for 12 quid. My little evening treat. And then to top off my protein for the day, I'll use the Raw One Whey blend in red velvet. And that'll be the calories done for today. I'm in a fantastic position still in this off season where I eat that and I'm still hungry, which is good. But no food increase this week, more than likely next week. Coffee run. Went to Sainsbury's yesterday because the 1st of November marks the appropriate time where you can have the... This is the worst decision getting this camera. If you're thinking about getting a point and shoot, don't get the G7X Mark III, get the G7X Mark II. Because the autofocus on this one's shocking. 1st of November marks the appropriate time to go and get the Christmas blend. But Sainsbury's didn't have it. I have to go to Tesco's now.
Bare bodies, you can have a bear's body. Don't dare cross me.
Here we go. There she is. The Christmas blend.
I went back into real estate.
I don't have blue eyes, I've got hazel eyes. That's a lovely light in that, innit? Canon glass. 12 months, it's finally here. It's not the best one, but in your head you make it the best because it's Christmas. Right, the rugby's on.
He looks so... Look at him, he looks actually...
Is he fully out?
Yeah.
Concussion, nasty. Hope you enjoyed this instalment of A Full Day of Eating. There will be more to come as we are doing an 18-month off season. I'll see you very soon. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you, good night. Much love.